Good. So we're recording. Hello, everybody. Happy to have you in a new session, a very special session in which we have some very special guests. We have together with us Mihai and Alex, co-founders of SalesOMMO. And I'm saying special because they've been part of the startup ecosystem for a long time, and we're happy to have them on the platform as well. And I think we've been, working for this for a long time, and we've been in touch about their new project for long. So at least myself, I'm excited. I hope you are as well. And as usual, we're gonna go through, their pitch, understand a bit better what they are doing and why they are doing so. And of course, at the end, we'll get into a dialogue and we'll get through some of questions, answers, and so on. But I think maybe in the very beginning, Mihai, Alex, if you maybe have 1-2 minutes to just present yourselves, or if you want, you can go directly into the pitch, as you wish.
I don't know. Let's go to the pitch because we also have
Let's go to the pitch. So
the team session, and thank you for the nice introduction. And then we will take over at the end. We'll say more. Now, pitch. Okay. I know that most of you, because I'm an angel investor, are looking for solution that scale globally to invest. And what I want to show you today is that we have identified those kind of global challenges and that we have the right team to tackle and to execute those plans, to tackle the challenges and execute those plans. Yeah. And let me start because we are all, most of us in angel investments and you, and yeah, we all have business meetings. And sometimes we see people unprepared. Yeah, people attending meetings with us and are not prepared, or sometimes not so often we attend as well some meetings unprepared. And there are some objective causes for that. Yeah, especially when you work in global business development, your agenda looks many times like that. It's extremely crowded, back-to-back meetings, some overlaps, and okay, the higher you go in the hierarchy, sometimes you have assistants that would prepare you with a brief, but the lower you go, you need to find time to prepare. Yeah, and then there are other things in the environment which matter, and this is it's from a real situation in a company. High growth, CRM implemented, and then the management, the high level management, the CEO started to look at salespeople as they were fish in a bowl. Yeah? And you see everything which they do, and you want them to execute because you've been you've discussed with some people and they told you that execution is key, so they need to execute and do thousands of emails every month, hundreds of calls, tens of meetings, as many as possible. Quantity is king. Yeah. Unfortunately, there are some consequences, and one of the consequences is that, and you see it as well when you are targeted. Yeah, you get lots of spam messages with sometimes maybe they have something to do with your industry, but never ever, almost never ever have to do with you, with your company, with your public information, public priorities, public challenges or industry challenges, and how they can help you with that. And you lose trust in those people doing sales, and then you do your own research, and you prefer to work maybe without so many people, and it's not good because salespeople, they feel rejected and they develop burnout feelings and they got disengaged. And a lot of them, they start looking for new jobs. And if you work with and you invested in startup, have a look and see how often salespeople change. Yeah, startups are one of these high growth global targeting companies, and they change a lot. Salespeople, they roll them, yeah, and there are consequences for these companies. I'm sure you've invested in such companies and you've seen them. I've seen them. It's not necessarily only hiring new people, recruiting them, training them, but it's more the cost of missing opportunities, because those people are not engaged and opportunities come and go. They don't prepare for the meetings. They are not ready to develop a good relationship, trust, and you lose money. Yeah, more than everything else. It's the missed opportunity cost. So let's take such a person, yeah, a successful account executive, Mary, 1 million plus annual target. You give her a fish, goldfish, and you ask her for 3 wishes, yeah, and she will tell you that she needs information just in time before the meeting, because you've seen her agenda, how it's look. She's not that high rank. There's nobody to prepare a brief for her, yeah. She wants data, and more than data, she wants insights, because sometimes she's not a specialist in that area, and she wants to make sense of what she sees. Yeah, sometimes maybe she's junior, she doesn't know about the person, how to get them. She wants time to think and act as a human, because she's good at establishing relationship, but she needs this kind of time to think and act and get out what's better out of her or him if he's a boy, and be human, because they are good at that. They want to help their customers. They need to help their customers and the people. Yeah, and this is when SalesOMMO comes in. We provide those people with an instant brief with data and insights. We give them more time. And because we are a virtual assistant, a virtual companion, we are also having an integration where you can ask those, the AI that we are building for more suggestions, and it will provide answers and icebreakers and all these kind of things. And will help Mary and people like her attune to the context of each of their customers and do it faster and earn their trust. And what we do, we do research, and research is critical in the sales process, because and it's critical in all stages almost. Yeah, at the beginning, when you don't know too much, but also in the later phases, when you see people popping in from management, from finance, from procurement, maybe they have different objectives. Maybe you need to elevate your level of conversation to something different. You need some icebreakers. Or maybe later, when you do upsells, you move to other departments, to other people. There are always new people, or you haven't talked to someone for 6 months and you want to see instantly, just before the meeting, what's up with that person in the last 6 months since you never talked, or 3 months since the last meeting, because you forget, and you need that instantly. Yeah, and that's what we do. And we do it, and Alex will share more, I'm sure, in the Q&A session. We do it by taking internal and external data as well. We deploy automation technologies, we deploy AI technologies, and we provide this instant brief. Now, what's in it for you? It's not only the big size of the total market, and that's the top to bottom approach. And it's a huge market. It's a Gartner category for Salesforce automation, which is $9 billion, 8.9 billion euro more. Tens of millions of people are in this. And so what? Well, this matters maybe for more for VCs, but for you, our early investor, it matters that we know very well what we are targeting in the next year and a half. We want to reach 1 million recurrent revenue, and we will do that by reaching 1,500 users for individual plans and company plans, and this will give us the opportunity to go to the next step, which is very good VCs that will take us to the next level, which is 25,000 users and 300 companies over the next 3 to 4 years, and become one of these high growth stars of the region. So we have the plan. We position as a specialized for research, and we want to, and we are fanatic about it. We want to be salespeople centric, simple and fast with what we do, with our technology, because most of us work with sales. We know these salespeople and we have this purpose. We want to help them improve their performance, elevate in their careers and have more predictability. We also have two co-founders, Ioana and Cezara, who have their university careers, but they are making sure we have the right scientific direction in psychology and artificial intelligence, and their contribution is essential in the first phase. We've done a lot of progress. Alex can share more, but for 9 months, the product is already in outside with testing with some users already. And what we are happy to share is that this code, it's, yeah, wow, is providing all this info and insights, and it's easy as ABC. In Romanian is mură-n-gură. Îmi dă toată asta mură-n-gură într-un singur ecran. Ei bine, da? Well, yes, it's everything in one screen, and you take this brief and you share it, with your you are an inside sales, you share it with your account executive. You are an account executive, you share it with your manager, because selling is a teamwork, and you need to communicate. And these are the marketing-driven, product-led strategies that we are building in to the product, because we have this product-led growth that we are planning. But then we will also do direct sales, because Alex, myself, Radu, we know about sales. We've been in sales as well as other things, but we've done myself a lot of sales in the whole my career. It's sales stamped on me, and for the companies we will do sales and we will execute. And we are raising now our round of 300K, as mentioned already in the documents. Almost 30% of it we raise from our own funds and from a syndicate led by Growchanu, with many angel investors, several angel investors. We are continuing our discussions with several early VC funds at board level, at investment committee. We cannot make any further disclosing right now. And always our strategy is, as Mircea mentioned very nice at the beginning, we are part of this community, and we want to offer these opportunities to more smaller angel investors like we are as well. Myself, I'm an angel investor, and we want to get there where we select the right. With these funds, we finalize the product, we experiment the growth, the go-to-market strategies, and we get the right fund, which will give us there where you will have the returns you're all looking for. Yeah, and last but not least, again, it's about people and our purpose, which is getting more engaged and more efficient people in sales, especially if they have global challenges and high growth. Thank you, and open for questions now.
Thank you very much, Mihai. I think it was very insightful and very nice presentation. One of the things that I actually wanted to ask was how did you guys come up with this? Because we know, for instance, Mihai, you've been investing in startups so far. How come you moved from investing to actually starting a company, and how did you guys come together?
That's a really great question, Mihai. Mircea, sorry. And Mihai, I wanted to answer this one because it's funny. So I've been also working with a lot of startups, and main of my work was done with startups and digital products. And last year, at a given point, after following Mihai for a few years and looking at his experience and expertise in the market, I reached him on LinkedIn. But I've had a very personalized message and a very well thought message and researched, which it looks like it made wonders, and it allowed me to connect with Mihai. I wanted to have a chat with him to tell him about my expertise and to see if we can do something together for the startup world. And that's how we actually met for the first time. we discussed a little bit about things, about our skill set, and later down the road, I actually had Mihai as a consultant for our company to help us put in the sales systems and processes and take us to the next level. And while chatting, we both found that there is the need of having an application that provides really valuable data and insights when you reach out to people and when you do sales. And that's when we clicked and we said, oh, we need to build this product together. And it was the moment when we actually started to shift from everything we were doing to actually building SalesOMMO and coming together on this journey.
Super interesting story. And I think you all have great input, as Mihai mentioned, in the slide with the entire team. And now talking about the product, I think it would be super helpful if you can walk us through maybe the process that a user goes through. What he sees and what he can find about the target he's researching.
Okay, so the process is as simple as any SaaS startup at the beginning. You create an account, you have a subscription, and you get your number of usages per month for the package you choose from us. But how does the flow works? Well, you as a user, as a salesperson, want to prepare for a meeting with, let's say, with you, Mircea. And before I get into the meeting with you, I want to be successful and I want to add value for you. And to do this, I need to learn a little bit more about you, the company you're working from, the industry challenges, the bigger picture of everything. So I come in prepared and I am actually able to offer you some value, maybe ask some challenging questions. And have a really meaningful conversation. And to do this, all I need in SalesOMMO, it's your LinkedIn profile URL. I take it from LinkedIn, I input it into SalesOMMO, I press one click, and in a matter of seconds, I get this report populated in front of my face where I can see you and I can see your company. And for you, I get basic details like your name, profile picture, contact details, phone numbers, and everything else that I can find. And as well for the company, plus the industry where the company is positioned and so forth. Then while I'll scroll through the profile, I can see more information and insights about your activity, about your education, about your work history. And I get a summary of all those information that's available on the web about you that makes the research for me to take as less as 3 minutes rather than spending 40, 50 minutes on different areas of the web, reading posts, trying to summarize them, trying to make a meaning of them, and so forth. And for the company, I get information about the industry, the challenges, what are the main solutions for those challenges, what are the technologies that your company is using, so I can identify opportunities to upsell, cross-sell, enhance, or offer my services, or at least to understand if you and the company you're working for are someone that I can bring any value to. And having all those information on the same screen, I can decide very quickly if I should pursue our conversation, if I am the best fit for you, and how should I approach this, such that I don't sound like the same message you get in your inbox from everyone else. So it actually helps me get to a point where I actually bring
Let me share something with you, if you don't mind, Alex. While you are talking,
please do.
I got it, and I said, okay, maybe I should have prepared better for this interview. SalesOMMO for me, it's customized, telling SalesOMMO, my assistant, that I'm a founder and I look for funding and I look for people with sales background experience. And it's providing me an insight about Mircea as a person who can help or not me. Okay, some other things about what Mircea does, but also some industry landscape, for example, which would help me develop some conversation with Mircea and knowing how to sell him or, you know, our startup for funding.
Yeah.
Okay, it's working.
Yeah.
It's basic right now, but it's working, and I'm extremely glad.
Any beginning.
Yeah, we eat our own dog shit, as they say. We started. Alex is also using it, and
yeah, cool. And maybe how does it happen in the backend? Because like it looks like magic from the outside, right? So you get all this information in one place. What happens in the backend?
In the backend, what we do is we take information from several data sources and databases through APIs and through integrations. We get them into our own backend, and that's where we process using our own proprietary algorithms to make a meaning of some of the data points and to present them in a more simplified ways. On another point, we also use integration with OpenAI's models, LLM models, where we do summarization, where we do not tagging and labeling, but we also do insights extraction from the data that we have, and that we put in the boxes that we show in the report as well. Then we also have integrations currently with Google Workspace and with HubSpot, where we pull information that's we say history data points from your interactions with that person, because maybe if you're new in a company and you use the tool as an employee in a company, you also want to be aware about the interactions you had with that person via email, via HubSpot, via any other CRM in the history, so you get up to speed without having to go through lots and lots and lots of screens to get all this information. We put it in the report in a simplified way, but we also feed this data in real time to the ChatGPT models. And as you saw on the side, we have an assistant where if you want to infer information a little bit quicker, you don't have to scroll to the report, you just have to ask your questions to the assistant, and you can ask like what will be the 5 icebreakers that I can use with Mircea based on his background, or how should I start the conversation, or prepare me a meeting agenda that's really relevant for this type of profile, so I sound like I know what I'm talking about, right? And I'm guiding. I'm guiding.
How can I persuade Mircea to list SalesOMMO on? Okay, I've done that.
So basically, basically you get all those kinds of information and feedback from the model, that for salespeople that want to bring value and that a consultative approach rather than a sales approach, where actually a lot of customers want nowadays, right? To seek help and to get value from the salespeople that they're talking with. This tool does all the research part for them on autopilot.
Got it. Cool. And you've been around for, I think you mentioned 9 months, right? You kind of formed the team, have the initial product. What are the plans for this year, for 2024?
We are closing. We closed actually with Grow Channel. We are still waiting the money into our account this week, and the first thing we do, we accelerate product development, because until now it was Alex and our first employee in coding. Obviously, it's building a product is not only coding, and I'm extremely grateful to Alex, because he's been actively part in the product design together with me and with Radu, our other founder, and that was a process which Alex led, and because I didn't have previous product design experience. And then it's also about experimenting the go-to-market, and but first of all we need to make the product really appealing, because we want to build this product which people would love, and then that's a big challenge. Sales will come after. I'm less worried about sales than I'm worried about
So basically, for 2024, the focus is getting the product to the level that it sells itself.
Exactly, and also I would say to that level where the product will get a VC investment. We need to qualify for that, and we know how it is. I worked with such startups. Many of them got multi-million euros funding, and I know that it's not easy to get there. And we are, as a team, mature enough to execute on those plans and get there. And that would be rewarding also for our investors. We need to say that, because we know we are early now, but the plan is there, and a lot of other details are in the slides and information we provided.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you a lot. I think it's worth mentioning that by the time this video will get to the investors, you will be on the platform. And for everybody watching, if you go to the platform, to the SalesOMMO page, you will find there all the information you need, including the pitch deck that you just saw, the financials, and other information as well. In case you have
competitive and many others which we didn't have time to talk today about.
Exactly. If you have additional questions, you can post your question there, or feel free to reach out directly to myself or to us at SeedBlink. I'm sure you can also text Mihai or Alex as well. I'm sure they are happy to talk to you and to answer your questions. Good. Having said that, thank you very much for your time, Mihai and Alex, and I wish you the best of luck.
So, thank you. Looking forward. Bye.